You know, this is slowly turning into a keyboard channel, and I'm all here for it. This time it's Mountain who I somehow managed to coerce into sending over a keyboard. More specifically, their flagship Everest Max. Also, can I just say, this is like the fanciest box ever for a keyboard. Like, look at this, like cut out over here. The whole thing is massive. It opens out like this. And inside you have a beautifully packaged keyboard, just like this. Okay, on its own, it doesn't look like much. It's just kind of a standard keyboard, though missing a numpad, but we're just getting started. If we look a layer under, then we have, well, obviously a wrist rest. But then if we go even deeper somehow, but then, oh, I just figured out how this is done. Look, there's like a little drawer here. And this comes with all the accessories. This is actually the coolest packaging I've ever seen for a keyboard. Because the whole drawer of this thing are a lot of these included accessories you can add. For example, a numpad. If you want to add a numpad, well, you just take this thing out. There we go. You take the keyboard and then I assume you just pop it up, something like this. I actually have no idea how to do it. I'm kind of going in blind. And I can't really see how yet. Oh, okay, I figured it out. There is this slider at the bottom of the module like this, and that's how you attach it. So you just take out a whole slider, and then hopefully, as you can see right here, it should attach like that. It is a bit flimsy, but once it's on there, it's on there magnetically. Okay, let's see, because we also have this right here called a media dock. Oh, and by the way, I haven't even put it out yet, but here in the numpad, you have some like additional what it looked like just macro keys, programmable macro keys at the top. That's pretty cool. But we also have this thing right here, which I assume is just your normal media controls. Yep, there it is. And once again, there's a similar mechanism. And you're also getting quite a bit of freedom as to like where you actually can attach them. So for example, I can mount the media point right here on the top left, or here on the top right, just like this. I could probably even maybe mount it like next to, okay, I can't mount it off the numpad, but I can, oh, I just noticed if I really wanted to, if I'm just an absolute psychopath, I can have my numpad on the left. Like, is there anyone out there who'd actually want a numpad on the left? If so, please tell me, because you need help. Okay, so we have two more boxes here, starting off this USB cable one. It's literally just a USB Type-C to C cable. For all its fanciness, it isn't a wireless keyboard or anything, but at least the cable they do supply is pretty fancy. Okay, that's interesting. So we have, first of all, different switches we can like try. You also have like a spare escape key for reasons, which is cool, and what I assume to be just feet for the keyboard itself, the magnetic. So this is basically like a way for you to adjust your height to like pretty much exactly what you wanted by using these magnets to give you very gradual control, as opposed to these kind of like basic flip out feet that most keyboards have. Key puller as well if you want to do some more customization or you want to clean your keyboard or whatever. But now we need to actually do the most important thing on it. Actually use it and type on it. One thing I'm actually not sure of is how to put the wrist rest on it. It will make sense if you just like slide it on kind of like this, but as you can see, it just doesn't hold on. And apart from that, I'm kind of out of ideas. Guess I better have to turn to the manual, which, you know, at least has some pretty fancy packaging to it. Okay, how on earth? Ooh, it comes with stickers as well. That's nice. Every product should come with stickers. Change my mind. Okay, so apparently it's so straightforward, they don't even explain it in the manual, as far as I can see. Now I feel kind of dumb. Okay, so it is kind of magnetic, so I assume it's just supposed to kind of rest there. Now this here is the Cherry MX Red model specifically, and while they do have other ones, this is the one they had in stock. So it's going to be a bit weird. I'm more of a clicky boy usually, haven't used Reds in a long time, but let's give it a go. I kind of like it. I have kind of missed Reds, I gotta say. But yeah, it's pretty good, especially if you adjust the height a bit further up until it's kind of like this using the included feet. This would be actually pretty fantastic. I do like how easy everything is to reach. One thing I was kind of worried about is the medium mod up here making the function keys kind of claustrophobic, but no, you still have plenty of space. The numpad, despite its kind of extra distance right here, is still pretty much within reach, which is pretty awesome. Okay, now it's connected up. As you can see, there's a main USB Type-A port here, but there is that one here, which I assume was supposed to be for the media extension. I wonder if you can just like run C to C from there. I assume so. That's why they gave that adapter over the cable. That would make sense. But let's just go with USB Type A, if I could. There we go. Perfect example of why USB Type-C is superior. And then on top of that, it of course has the macro config, RGB, everything you'd want. Of course, that uses its own software because every single company needs to have their own software now. And I'm just really hoping it one day gets somehow finally unified into one in Windows or something, but whatever. In the end, you get a very comprehensive product at a pretty high price. But hey, what do you expect from a keyboard that literally has everything? But in the meantime, why don't you check out Patreon? Because that is always a fantastic deal no matter what. Plus huge thanks to Gavin Burns, Justin Rage, Ella Ronyak, Dev Panda, Bartosz Boka, Patrick Harrison, Not a Pseudonym, Max Sumner, Shane Allcroft, Lansby, Level Up and Robert Sanders. But anyway, that's what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.